The Ukrainian military says there has been heavy fighting along its southern front, with Ukrainian missile and artillery units carrying out nearly 1,500 missions in the past day alone. The fighting also included 36 engagements and 578 shelling attacks over the past few days. Ukrainian troops made small overnight gains in their bid to retake Russian-held territory to the east and south, analysts say. But recent combat reports continue to suggest a faint war and limited progress, evidence that Russia has adapted to Ukrainian war tactics. Ukrainian units are consolidating advances around the southern cities of Melitopol, Berdyansk, and Mariupol. They're three main targets in the southern offensive, said military spokesman Valery Shershin. But he estimates Ukraine's advantage in the region is limited to a small distance of a kilometer or less. Airstrikes and Russian artillery barrages are currently the main problem faced by Ukrainian troops as they continue to advance in southern and eastern Ukraine. Video footage shows fighters of the 26th Artillery Brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, named after Colonel General Roman Dashkevich, destroying the 240mm self-propelled mortar Tulip from Russian invaders. The unit's press service reported on this on its page on the social network Facebook, published a related video recorded by an unmanned aerial vehicle. Its operator found a fat target, adjusted classic artillery fire on it, and after a few hits recorded the result: a burning Tulip and something else next to it, presumably the mine. In another video, fighters of the Ukrainian Armed Forces near the village of Petrivske, Volnovakh district, Donetsk region, destroy a 220mm Storm 9P-140 rocket salvo system from the Russian invaders. Its operator found a well-camouflaged fat target in a forest path, transmitted precise geodetic coordinates to the shooter and recorded the result, which was actually shown to us: a direct hit from the first shot. It seems that high-precision projectiles were used. We are used to the fact that this is the American Excalibur, but recently there have been reports of the use of the German Smart 155 projectile in a similar case. The Ukrainian counterattack on Russian troops has not gained the momentum some overly optimistic observers had anticipated. So far, it feels like the start of more expansive action. Offensive operations so far have yielded little gains in southern areas such as Zaporizhzhia, with multi-layered Russian defenses proving impenetrable. The area is seen as a prime Ukrainian target because it would mean cutting off the Russian land bridge between annexed Crimea and eastern Donetsk. But there are also signs that Ukrainian troops are spreading their bets, looking to gain Russian advantages around Bakhmut and exploiting what they perceive to be vulnerabilities elsewhere in the east. Missile and artillery units of the Ukrainian Armed Forces destroyed at least 9 attackers, a tank, D-20, 152, millimeter guns, motorboats, and all armored and motorized vehicle units, including Tiger and Riz armored cars, of the Russian invaders. This was reported by the press service of the Southern Operations Command in the morning summary published on the official page on the social network Facebook. It was also indicated that our aviation attacked the anti-aircraft defensive positions and manpower accumulations of the enemy in the Skadovsky and Kherson districts. In the skies over the Mykolaiv and Kherson regions, one reconnaissance unmanned aerial vehicle was shot down, and 2 Iranian kamikaze drones, Shade 136, were destroyed near Kryvyi Rih-Dnipropetrovsk. Meanwhile, Russia was dealt a devastating blow this morning after a Ukrainian ambush attack wiped out an entire ammunition depot. The strike destroyed a highly significant ammunition depot in Rykov, near the Russian-occupied port city of Henichesk in the southern Kherson region. The southern region was the epicenter of heavy fighting amid the recently launched Ukrainian counteroffensive. Videos shared on social media show the powerful explosion that rocked Rykov this morning. The clip shows a torrent of flames and smoke rising over the horizon, while sounds of explosions and further explosions can be heard in the background. Footage also shows burning projectiles flying into the sky. Rykov is about 20 kilometers from Henichest, which has been occupied by Kremlin forces since the start of Russia's invasion of Ukraine last year. Russia has lost 219,820 troops in Ukraine since the start of the full-scale invasion in late February last year, with an estimated 650 casualties during June 17. The General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine reported on June 18. Andriy Kovalov, spokesman for the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, said in a statement shared by the Military Media Center that the troops are continuing to carry out both defensive and offensive actions. Near Volodar, Ukrainian forces had success in several areas, the statement said. The city has been at the forefront since the Russian invasion began and has been key in the conflict in eastern Ukraine. Russian President Vladimir Putin, on the other hand, also claimed that at least 25% of the combat vehicles supplied to Ukraine for the offensive were destroyed, including 160 battle tanks and more than 300 combat vehicles, while Russia lost only 54 tanks. Pro-Russian social media accounts frequently share videos of armor-breaking online fighting in what they say are failed attacks. As Ukraine advances, Russia struggles with low morale and divisions within the military, including a feud with the private military company Wagner Group, which played a key role in seizing Bakhmut last month. Wagner Group founder Yevgeny Prigozhin, who has repeatedly voiced his criticism of the Russian Defense Ministry, said he may leave Ukraine after his soldiers exchanged fire with Russian troops in late May near Bakhmut. Prigozhin accused the Russians of mining the exit for Wagner and opened fire on them as they moved to deactivate the explosives. Prigozhin also rejected an edict from the Kremlin to force allied Russian troops to sign contracts that would have put them under tighter control. The deadline for signing the contract is July 1, which the UK Ministry of Defence says will be a key point in hostilities.